And welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Storytime with Mikey. This is episode 29 of my, I guess you can call it long-running, a little solo podcast where I talk about my life and all of the very weird things that have happened in my life. This episode, I figure since it's almost Christmas, we would do something a little more festive, and the microphone is green for Christmas. And I thought I would tell a story about one of my Christmases and technically my birthday. Well, because this happens before Christmas, but it also happens on my birthday. And my birthday, as everyone should know, is 5 days before Christmas. And it was my 17th birthday. And this is one story I haven't told before. I know that for a fact. And, well, you guys know how my grandmother is. She's psycho granny for a reason. And I was still living with her at the time, ironically enough, across the street from where I live now. Ho ho. Returning to some childhood trauma, technically, late childhood trauma. And we had the Christmas tree up, of course, 5 days before Christmas. And I had made a joke, because everyone here knows I make the jokes. I like to make the jokes. I'm a very yorky person. And I don't quite remember what the joke was, but I think it was something to do with I had joked that I was going to open up my presents before Christmas. I think that was the joke. I was joking with her about I'm going to do Christmas. And she did not like the joke. Now, a normal person who hears that joke will be like, oh, I don't want to think about doing that. That wouldn't be nice. No. But no. What does Psycho Granny do? She takes the presents and she yeets them out the door. She takes the tree. Whew, out the door she goes with the tree. The grandma who stole Christmas. Oh, I laugh now because I can. But this was almost 11 years ago. I can't help but laugh when this stuff would happen because it was just so insane and so abnormal behavior for a human being that because of a joke, you take Christmas presents and you take a Christmas tree and you yeet the fuckers out the door. So what do? I scream, of course. I yell because I'm frustrated. I've had enough of her by this point. It's been 3 years at that point, 3 years of bullshit and nonsense and physical and mental anguish and abuse. That I scream and I yell. I implore the heavens. And I call my mother to have her come pick me up. And my grandmother goes to her sister's. Well, I end up having to go to her sister's because my aunt, her sister, my great aunt needs to be up there to get stuff. So I go up there to get the stuff thinking it'll be no big deal. And once I walk in the door, the screaming has begun with that woman. She is screaming. She is in my face, yelling, shoving me. And at the time, her mother was still alive. This is her mother, who at the time would have been 94 years old. She's acting like this in front of her 94-year-old mother. Her mother, 94, is even saying, "You need to stop and leave that boy alone." And we're trying to get her to calm down because she's stressing out her mother. Again, 94. You don't want to stress out people that are 94 years old. So I go to walk out the door after I scream the loudest I have ever screamed in my life to a woman who at the time was in her early 60s. That she was being a child. And then she has the audacity to follow me outside. And then begins to spoil everything that I was going to be getting for Christmas, telling me what I was going to be getting. Vindictive. And I'm walking down a very busy road. It's late at night. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see a fucking thing in front of me. I got the risk of being hit by a car because I'm walking on a road. I don't know if I'm on the side of the road. I don't know if I'm in the middle of the road. I don't know. And I could just hear her screaming at me from behind, berating me until my cousin has to come pick me up to get me out of the road. And then he takes me to my mother's house. And my grandmother then calls to apologize. And I tell her to go fuck herself. I had enough at that point. And I stayed with my mom for the rest of the night. And then the following year, when I was 18, I finally moved out because I just could not take enough. It was either my life or I get out. It's either she kills me or I get out. Because one day she was going to kill. I just knew she was going to kill me. Whether it was going to be from stress or whether or not it was going to be another incident where she chased me with another knife. Because she also did that. She took a knife one day and out of the kitchen because I got upset with her and brandished the knife like Michael Myers. And I, very fat person, ran. And the thing is, I'm fat. I can run very fast. I run up the stairs, lock my door, call my mother. So now you see why my grandmother is a rather big focal point of a lot of these stories, because a lot of the stories happen to deal with things she's done and said. And I use this series as a way to vent past grievances so I can feel somewhat better, because I don't do well with therapy. My therapist, I've never been able to find a therapist that can help me with none of the shit I've gone through, whether it's my grandmother, other people in the family, or the loss of my best friend 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago, exactly. So I use this series as a way to vent. You can see how worked up I got just by telling this story. Oh. But it's good to get it off the chest. And I figured, since it happened around this time, all those years ago, why not share it for this time of the year? Because it took place this time of the year. It's seasonal. Christmas was ruined. My birthday was ruined. I was bruised and beaten from where she slapped me across the face before I left her sister's property. And that was the least she's ever done to me, physically and emotionally. And people wonder, well, Mikey, why are you so odd and off-putting? Well, it's because of the way my family was. That's why. They fucked me up a lot. So now that's the way that I am. And then almost 3 years ago, lost my best friend, platonic soulmate. Further fucked me up. Beyond repair, but you know what? I'm still here. I'm still fighting through everything because I won't give up. The universe wants me to, but I will not give up. I refuse. I'm too stubborn. But anyway, I hope I have not brought your mood down too much, and I hope you have enjoyed this story of oddity and family turmoil. This is the real show that should be called Family Feud, My Family, not the game show, the real Family Feud, because it's a lot of feuds. Everybody hates each other, and the fighting, and the screaming, and the bringing me into your own arguments, because you want somebody who might take your side. When I've told you multiple times, I will not, because I don't take sides when I'm not involved. If it's not about me, I don't care who says what and who does what. Don't reel me into your bullshit just because you need somebody there that you think will take your side. I don't care who you are. I don't take your side. It's just between you and so, and I'm not so, and I'm not you. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Cheers and happy early holidays.